So, well, we didn't make it 4 wins in a row. And although there were 4 goals in the game, as I predicted, 2 of them went to Everton. Okay, so it's so much nonsense going on. We drew. We drew with Everton. Get over it. We drew with Everton. And, the knives are out again. Everyone is blaming Potter for this draw. Couldn't make it up. Did he make some faults? Of course he did. First of all, can I just say, disclosure, I am not a pro Potter person. Don't it doesn't bother me. If he gets sacked tomorrow, it doesn't bother me. It does not bother me. But I like to see everything in a, I don't just put agendas. I always said when I look at something, I put agendas aside, put agendas to one side. I look at everything the way it is, and the way that our fan base is at the moment, it is agenda driven. Have the results been great? No, they haven't. We know that. And I said before, I said if the results continued the way they were, then he has to go. But looking at other, Patrick Vieira went the other day, he has to go. What he did, he picked it up. He won 3 matches on the bounce. So it bought him a bit more time. And people weren't complaining. Some people were moaning because they still want him out, but people weren't complaining when he made those substitutions against Dortmund, which worked out, against Leeds, which worked out, against Leicester, when he changed the formation 3 times, made those tactical changes, gave us the 3 points, and they're waiting for something to happen. Soon as something happens, they're back on his case again. And to me, that's not showing this guy. That's just saying, look, we didn't want you here in the first place. Whatever you do, then nothing's good enough. And you know what? You fans, you're part of the problem. Yes, I said it. You are part of the problem, because all this negativity around the place, which has been from day one, as I said, from the day Thomas Tuchel was sacked and when he came in, there was negativity. You've added piled the pressure on this guy from day one. Death threats to his family, all sorts. The pressure was on. So what do you expect him to do? We won 3 games, but we haven't still, as I said, we haven't really turned the corner. Unless we won 6, 7, 8 games on the bounce, then confidence is going to come back. Of course, this guy is going to be cautious. Of course, he is. He wants to get points under. The only thing what wins fans over is getting wins under wins under your belt. And so he was defending a 2-1 lead. He's not going to be taking chances with it. He's going to be cautious. Why? Because he doesn't want the fans on his back, because no one's been supportive towards him at all. That's why I'm here, because, I'm just here giving the guy a little bit of support, because nobody else is doing it. Not because I like the man, not because I think he's excellent. Is he out of his depth? Probably. But I'm giving him the support while he's there. And that's what we are Chelsea fans, and we're meant to support whoever is in charge. We may not like them, but we give them some support and encouragement to see if they can do better. Once he goes, then I don't care what happens after he goes, but when he's in the club, then I'm going to stick with him. And the nonsense I'm hearing. Some people, I'm just going to stay off Spaces, because I'm just getting annoyed at some of the rubbish I'm hearing on some of these Spaces, and even going on Twitter. It's just nothing is logical. It's all emotional, and it's nonsense for me, and I don't like all that rubbish. Sorry. As I said, I don't care. I may be unpopular to some people, but I don't care, because I'm going to put in, look at this tweet, this nonsense tweet about the only reason he took Fofana off yesterday is because he's not white. Oh, come on, guys. You're embarrassing yourself. It's ridiculous. That's why they say people of colour have got a chip on their shoulders. Idiots like this who post nonsense like this. He's causing, and he's talking about Potter causing the divide. If anyone's causing the divide, mate, it's you. It's you. Causing with this rubbish about colour. Get over it, you idiot. Come on. And the thing is, Fofana was injured. I was arguing with some guy, and he was moaning, "Oh, he took off Fofana, whatever." The guy was carrying an injury. "Oh, he's not. He wasn't. It was a smoke screen." What happened today? He's out for 10 days. He's missing the French squad. He's injured. So what you got to say about that? You know, that's what I'm saying. People just put things into, you know, their own agendas. It's nonsense. You know, it just gets me so annoyed. You know, so, and the thing is, what that upset us a bit, but when we had to take off Fofana, Chalobah was out of position as well. Koulibaly was in a poor position, and that's where we conceded a goal. Otherwise, we'd have had a 2-1 victory. I couldn't see Everton scoring. If Fofana's on the pitch, Everton don't score. But we don't think about that. We don't look at it like that. Oh, it's Potter's fault. He made stupid substitutions. Just get over yourself. And another thing what annoyed me, yesterday I was on a space, that's why I'm going to sort of avoid spaces, because people, I just don't like nonsense. I don't like hearing nonsense in my, it just, you know, why, I don't need it. I don't need it in my life. You know, oh, he just put on all English players, and he was trashing English players and English manager. Oh, come off it. You support an English club at the end of the day. You support an English club. If you don't want English players in the club, go and support a club from Spain or Italy or somewhere else. It's just like me going to Lagos and complaining that there's too many Nigerians. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't. You know, get over yourself. That's what I keep saying. Get over yourself. Talking nonsense. The thing is, let's just do something. A lot of these people say, "Oh, all these English players are trash and they ain't got no ability or whatever." Let's just do something. A lot of people want Mason Mount out of the club. They want Conor Gallagher out of the club. They want Trevor Chalobah out of the club. They want Loftus-Cheek out of the club. Some people want Raheem Sterling out of the club. 5 English players out of the club. You need 8 homegrown players in your squad. So who are they going to be replaced with? And before you say people like Lewis Hall and what's the guy, Levi Colwill, they're not included because they're under the age of 21. So you were going to end up having a squad of, so if we don't have replace them with other English players, you're only going to have a squad of what, 21, 22 players. So people get injured. Who's going to fill these places, guys? No, that's total nonsense. You know, okay, make your arguments more logical about the manager. Stop making things up. And another thing I've heard, rubbish. Oh, the players are just. First of all, the players are not going to be playing for him. We won those 3 games, and then they say, oh, they're just playing for themselves. They're not playing for the manager. Does that make sense? How does that make sense? And you know what? Guess what? If a new manager comes in and he's not performing well, you know, one of these CV managers that they want, with these big name managers that these people want, and the players are not playing well, then whose fault is it going to be? Oh, it's not the manager's fault, it's the players' fault. It's just like when we won, oh, it's the players who won the games, but when we lose, oh, it's the manager's fault. No credit to the manager, it's always the players, you know, and that's what's going to be the thing, you know, it's going to be the players' fault, not the manager's. You know, even when Tuchel was there, it wasn't Tuchel's fault, it was the players' fault. But all of a sudden, same players, different manager, it's the manager's fault. That's what I'm saying. So, unconscious bias, guys. Your bias is always your truth. That's it. And I said this, I'm just done with this nonsense. Really, 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 really. As I said before, I ain't got nothing on, you know, I don't care about Potter, but I'm just looking at it logically. I'm just looking at everything logically. I'm looking at the injury crisis that we had. I'm looking at all these players, 33 people in the squad, the dynamics in the squad, what it does. I'm looking at everything, you know, and it's a difficult job for anybody. Any manager coming in is going to have the same sort of difficulties to deal with. But as I said, you can't get through to people. You can't get into people's heads. It's just ridiculous. And it's just people are just, the more people are talking, the more silly they are looking, you know. So come on, guys, just think with our heads. I don't know. I'm done. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye-bye.